Ago, Terminal 1 is closed at SFO. San Francisco International Airport closed to the flying public 9/23 on Friday because of reports of police activity. This is the only information we're getting so far, but we are trying to get some more details about what that police activity entails, how long this closure is going to last, and whether this is affecting and how it is affecting flights in and out of Terminal 1.
Absolutely.
Terminal 1 is where American JetBlue, Sun Country Airlines operate from, closed for passengers checking into their flights and dropping off bags.
Yeah, we're hearing that travelers without luggage are being directed to enter the international terminal, so that might be an option for folks who still need to go to the airport. Remember, today is going to be a very busy travel day as people come back following the holiday yesterday. Again, we are hearing that reports of police activity at SFO, Terminal 1, that affects, as Ali said here, American, JetBlue, Sun County Airlines, all closed for passengers at this time.
Right now, you're taking a live look at SFO. This is the view of the tarmac, and we do see some planes out there. Kind of hard to make out, but we can't get a view of what's going on inside that terminal, obviously, but we are working to get our Tori Gaines, who is at the scene. She's been at the airport throughout the morning. She's working to get reconnected there. I believe we have her. Tori, what can you tell us? Where are you at SFO, and what do you see there? It looks very empty behind you.
Yes, it's absolutely empty. Good morning to you guys, Christian and Ali. We are standing on the departures level at SFO, kind of in between terminals 1 and 2. Terminal 1 has been shut down. Reports saying about 9:23, but we first heard from travelers around 9 a.m. that they were not able to be dropped off at Terminal 1 at the departures level. They had to find a different way around. I'm going to take a step out of the frame so you can see what we're looking at right now. As you see, no vehicles are coming through. This is often a very busy airport, particularly during the Christmas holiday week. Instead, what you are seeing is police tape. An SFPD vehicle is on scene. We're unsure right now if that vehicle is a SWAT vehicle or another kind of response vehicle. We have seen several officers working their way in and out of that vehicle with some gear, but we don't have confirmation from police about what is going on inside of that terminal right now. But we did speak with some travelers. A few of them, they're arriving. They are not aware of what's happening, so they're coming out to the departures level hoping to get a quick ride home, and it's not working out so well for them this morning. We also spoke with a young man traveling home to Brazil. He said that he learned when he arrived he could not get dropped off at Terminal 1. He had to find a different way to get into the airport, and now his flight has been delayed for several hours. But we don't have confirmation just yet on whether all of those flights have been seeing delays. We've obviously been seeing weather delays all week at this airport, so it's been a big challenge for travelers here at SFO, but this is obviously just going to add to that Christmas travel holiday chaos period. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We'll bring you a report on this at noon with any updates about what is going on, what police are handling in there. But for now, it's pretty calm out here. Not a lot of travelers coming in or out, and as you can see, like we said, no vehicles here right now because they're not being allowed into the departures level. So if you're traveling to SFO, you're planning on flying out today, or you're coming to pick up loved ones, be aware this is something that's going on right now, and it will cause delays for you to get to your loved ones or to pick them up. So big challenges here this morning, guys.
And Tori, really an eerie sight there behind you. You also sent back some video earlier. Thanks that we could get a kind of a preview and get a sense of what that looks like, because this should be absolutely packed at this time with travelers coming and going. Your photojournalist also doing a great job setting the scene and giving us a sense there of what things look like. We saw Delta Airlines over your shoulder there. We've heard that the airlines that are impacted here are American, JetBlue, and Sun County. If you look to your right inside the terminal, can you see, are there still people inside the terminal, and what are those people doing? Are they being asked to leave, or are they remaining inside the terminal?
People are kind of on a bit of a holding pattern right now. So there's two groups of people, right? There's people heading out and people coming in. Those flights that did land, those travelers are coming out. Some of them coming to the departures level. It's a little quicker sometimes to get picked up on that level. They're coming out to find that their loved ones can't get to them. Some of the travelers who were planning on heading out were catching flights within the next couple of hours. They've told me that they're seeing delays. They're unsure about what's going to happen next, particularly for those passengers traveling out of Terminal 1. So as soon as we hear hear anything from those airlines or the SFO administrators. We have reached out to them, by the way. We've not yet heard back. We'll let you guys know when we have more information on that.
And Tori, where this is all happening, Terminal 1, it's tricky to avoid that area and get to the airport because as you have to drive in, you have to pass through Terminal 1. And as you just showed us, with the police tape up, it's completely closed off to traffic. So how are people who are flying out of the other terminals supposed to get to where they're supposed to go?
That's a great question. They're having to find a different way around. At this point, some of them have been sent down to the arrivals level, but as you've said, as you've seen, there are no vehicles coming through here. So it's very confusing for travelers who are arriving today how to get to their airline, how to even get to this terminal, because as you said, it goes through Terminal 1 to get to Terminal 2, especially up here at the departures level. So this is all connected. It's one big system. So one kind of rock gets thrown in that system, it makes it all difficult. So lots of folks are kind of wandering around trying to figure out what their next best move is. Allie.
And I know that SFO, the traffic pattern there is set up in concentric rings, and your photographer, again, doing a great job of showing us not just the curbside, but as you get closer to the parking structure in the center, it looked like there was no traveling on that as well. If you could have your partner pan one more time for us and show, because that whole area is also there's no traffic in that area as well. So really the only way that they're getting people around, it sounds like, would be that arrivals area that is underneath where you're standing right now.
Yeah, JC, I'm going to have you turn the camera this way so we can show even the shuttles that typically come through here that take people to hotels and things. Even that lane is fully closed. And as you said, Allie, getting off of the highway, the freeway, to get into the airport, you have to travel through Terminal 1 to get to Terminal 2. So this is just causing a lot of challenges for a lot of people. We are not able to see the other side of the airport just yet, but I imagine there's a long line of cars. Some of the travelers told us it was backed up all the way to the highway, and that was around 9:05 a.m. So I imagine that traffic backup may have gotten even worse by now. So it's obviously a very challenging situation. You can see it. Take a look over my shoulder. This is a little bit more active for you. We can see a few members of the SFPD team out and about. Obviously, we see one gentleman wearing a helmet. These are all kind of clues as to what's happening. But again, we don't have confirmation from SFPD or SFO about why the police are here or what their concerns are this morning, guys.
I guess the only good news is that just judging by the police response that we're able to see from that vantage point, it doesn't look like officers are running in and out of the terminal, so maybe not quite the same sense of urgency that we might see in other situations. It's important to note that we don't know what the police activity is about. I know you're working to get that information, as we are as well, and we don't know how long Terminal 1 is going to be closed. But we will let you go. Tori Gaines, thank you so much for that update and for showing us that great vantage point of what's going on there behind you and walking us through the situation at San Francisco International. We'll let you go and hopefully talk to some other passengers and gather for our later newscast.
Wow,
so,
what an unfortunate timing on that. There's never a good time for something like that.
Again, just to recap, Terminal 1 at San Francisco International is closed because of reports of police activity. We don't know what that activity entails and involves specifically. Right now, this is a live look at the tarmac at SFO. You can see there's still planes out there, but as you saw in Tori's live shot just a second ago, there were no cars driving up behind her, dropping people off at the departure area of Terminal 1. There was police tape up, and there was a police vehicle looked like parked in the middle of the road. And so we're being told that passengers who have other flights at other terminals, Terminal 2, are being told to get dropped off in the arrivals area, and then they'll have to go up
So we're
to the departure area.
just now starting to get an update on what may be going on. San Francisco police now reporting that SFPD officers assigned at SFO responded to Terminal 1 regarding a suspicious package. They're saying that that area was evacuated to conduct an investigation. That could account for that large vehicle, which may be an explosives ordnance disposal, an EOD truck. SFPD confirming that an EOD team is on scene there to assist with the incident. SFPD asking anybody with information to contact them about this, but it now looks like what we're looking at is a suspicious package in Terminal 1 that is impacting air travel for American Airlines, JetBlue, and Sun County Airlines. So if you have a departure or if you're going to be going to the airport to pick someone up, it is a very prudent idea to contact the airline to make sure that that flight has been allowed to come in. Contact the airline to figure out how you're going to try to get to that person that you're trying to pick up, because again, what Tori was showing us was on the departure level of the airport. We're hearing there may be some travel, some transit on the arrival level, which is lower. But again, if that's the case, you can expect with post-holiday traffic that it's going to be fairly jammed in that area. Again, we're now getting confirmation from SFPD that they're looking at a suspicious package in that area sometime around 8:15 this morning.
Yeah, that update, the timeline changing slightly, and that latest update from police that we just, we literally saw at 10:11 a.m. was when that update came in, and so we're relaying this information as we get it into our newsroom. 8:15 is when SFPD initially responded to a report of a suspicious package in Terminal 1, and by 9:20, everyone had been evacuated. But the situation is still ongoing. Now we're almost 2 hours after that initial report. Terminal 1 at SFO is still closed. We continue to monitor the situation here. We know this is a busy travel day for a lot of folks coming in and out after the Christmas Day holiday, but we have to take a quick break here on Take Two. We will have more information after the break.